Introducing Jetasoft, where we are turning trial and error into trial and success. We welcome you to join us in this short video for a high-level overview of our software product, ToReCall, a highly proficient collaboration tool developed to increase proficiency and assist with reducing rework and errors when working with tasks, projects, references, and much more. Okay, thank you for joining me. This is going to be a quick overview of the ToReCall system. We're going to go over the present day journal, the reference module. We'll take a quick look at the preventive corrective action module. We'll create some tasks, and then we'll look at some tasks. So I'll just jump right into it to kind of so we can try to get this, get all this information in. And we have to understand that this is pretty much a little piece of the system. We can go into detail on another video on the different steps or operations and functionality. So this here's the home page, and normally when you log into the system it'll come straight to the calendar, give you a week view of what's going on within your daily activities. The journal area here is this empty space here, and this is basically the area that you'll be creating your task and moving task here. Over here is the navigation bar, and under the navigation bar you can actually go through all of the modules that you have available here. On the top bar you'll have a notification panel which gives you notifications for comments. You can actually have text messages sent to your phone depending on how urgent you actually want to know what's going on with some particular task. On the alert notification here, you can get alert on different tasks that you have set for that, and you can set both of them. Over here is the menu, user menu, where you can subscribe if you have that available. And over here we have the link panel button, which allows you access to going to other applications fairly easily and quickly. This is basically for those applications that you use a lot during your daily activities, allowing you to prioritize these and put whichever one you want on top. You'll have 10 here, and you can pretty much put it in per module that you have. On the quick link side, it's basically for your documents and pictures and stuff, or whatever you want to put on this side to give you quick access to. This is also available on wherever you're at within the system. So I'm going to go through just creating a task really quick under the present day journal. And again, within the journal area, all you do is just click anywhere in here, and this is an on-off. So if you click it once, you'll be able to create a task or create a note. Click it again and you can turn it off. So we'll create a task real quick, and we'll just call it test here, and we'll go through the priority and task codes and all of that on a different video. For now, we'll just go ahead and change it, go to important here. We'll go ahead and add a collaborator, because one of the features on here is you being able to collaborate with all the other users within the system if they're made available. So here you can see the task was selected under this day, and this is the test. This color code here will actually change colors depending on the category you put it in, or the task code you put it under. This here is your priority, so we put it for an important priority, and of course if you put it for regular it would go green. If you put it for urgent it would go red. This icon here is pretty much depicting a group icon, which tells me that I'm collaborating with others on this particular one. If I click on this task in the area here once, it'll give me a summary of that task, just tell me kind of quickly what comments they are, what the task code is, and the title. If I double click on this task, I actually go back into where I can actually make changes. Here you can see my notifications, which we had talked about on the top bar here. I can turn my text messaging on, or just give myself an alert. So with this particular task, I can actually click and hold this task and move it down from day to day on this particular week, however I want it. You can see here the characters went to red, which means that I moved it and put it into a place where it was overdue. I can actually then move it back and you'll see it goes back to regular color. And once I complete this task, so let's move this back one day. Now we can complete this. Okay, sorry about that. Now we'll go complete here in 418. So now you can see that this task is actually complete with the check mark here. Now what that does is give you a quick look at the week, so that if you have, and I just happen to have one that's got a lot of tasks on it, you can actually see really quick which ones are overdue, which ones are urgent, which ones are important, and how the collaboration is. You can also see which ones are complete and which ones aren't complete, the ones that are lasting for days. This is a quick look, quick view of the week. These here with the full colors are notes. So as you're looking at that, that's how quickly it is. You can actually go and create your task. And we'll go tester on this one, and then you can come back in and look at it if you want to look at it. Another thing I wanted to kind of show on that, if you're giving a conference or a meeting, you can actually go, okay, well, let me click on all the ones that are important and actually get the summaries for those, any comments, and then just click once and get rid of them all. So if I'm giving a presentation to my higher up managers, I can pretty much tell them exactly where I'm at. On these collaborations, I can actually get a notification as I'm doing it, so I can actually give updates if somebody is actually commenting on something as I'm giving the presentation. So now we'll look at managing tasks and managing notes. Is basically the same. Gives you just the task in a list view, which allows you to also edit, create, search, and also search by filter. One thing you can also do is download this and actually put in a good report on your specifics on how things are getting done, how things aren't getting done, which I can go over that in another video also. That's pretty much the quick down and dirty on the present day journal. We'll move on to the reference module. Under the reference module, you can see it's a list of pretty much all policies and procedures, and this list can be as big as you need. You have a quick search up here that you can get to search any of the documents. On what we're calling here the left-hand column is information on that particular document that is put in by the document owners. Over here is the information that would be put in by the user. So when I actually click on a document, you can see my information here changes for the user, so the user can put in what they want, whatever gives them the information they need for that particular document. So as I click on one, you can see I've got different information, and all it does is just tell me a little bit about that particular document, so I don't have to go in and read it every single time. You can also see we have color codes over here for the dates. So if I look at a document or review a document within a specific date, and we'll just go March, April, and we'll go 18, and in other words saying I reviewed that document on that day, you can see it changes here, and then the colors go up to red the further out you go from reading that from 30 days. It's fairly easy to add one. If you're an admin, you can go ahead and add most of your documents in. From here, you can also, users and admins can put in proposals to change particular documents. Fairly easy to search and then create a document and or edit a document. Over here on the link side, you can see the links is basically manage your CPP links and your quick links, which is also just clicking on your link button over here to bring out this panel. The admins will have an admin console here to be able to add users and also be able to change some of the content. So when selecting the help button, you can scroll down on this page and view the user manual. The user manual is a detailed application guide which goes into detail on most of the functionality within the system. After that, I kind of wanted to show a little bit of the PCAM, or the Preventive Corrective Action module. If a company has this particular module on their system, this particular module will allow them to basically take data from other systems and put that into the system that actually will help to assist in reducing errors, and also give what we call first pass relevancy. From the job item pool, as you have uploaded from your particular system, you would upload from that particular system, and we'll go into detail on this actually on another video. Once you hit the start upload button, that information will come here, and then it'll take all of the information that you have for your particular job items. The user then has a workbench up here, which is once they have assigned them a particular job item, or if they're verifying a particular job item. Once in this job item, you can get the information of that item and see what the verifications or the instances are for that particular item, and if there's any rework associated with that item. Your first pass relevancy will take a calculation of the particular instances and rework and give you a percentage based off of if that particular process or detailed work that was done is I don't want to say good enough, but is proficient enough to be used in future job items. So, and this could be anything. You could put it towards manufacturing process. You can put it towards administrative process. It's basically just the processes that one does in their daily activities. You can see here you can actually assign it to particular individuals that are on your list that are within that particular department. I've got nobody assigned to that particular department right now, but you can see also that you can then transfer that particular job item to another department, or reassign it to another department. Once you're looking at the work document interface, or the WDI takes the information that one uses to get past roadblocks, or takes that particular information that they use to get to a particular point, and allows them to then track that information. Once that information is tracked, it'll go to a verified status, and then under the verified status you can actually, then it'll start calculating your first pass relevancy. One thing I did want to say is, when you look at your users, you'll actually be able to take your users and put them into specific departments, so you can have as many departments as required, or how many departments you have for your particular company. And that particular information per department under the Preventive Corrective Action module will be specific to that particular department. So this basically allows you to prioritize your work as a user, and it also allows the supervisors to also prioritize work as needed, and to make sure things are getting done when they're needing to be done. So that is a quick look at the Preventive Corrective Action module, and again, you can go with different departments for within the Preventive Corrective Action. As you can see, there's none here. You've also got sorting options where you can go the most recent job item ID, depending on what it is you're actually looking at or what department you're actually in. That's pretty much a quick overview of the current modules within ToReCall. Again, we have a project management tool that is also being worked out right now that is actually really good for the managers, as you can get a week view here with your people that are working their daily activities. The managers would actually see an accumulation of data that's coming in from the people that are working those particular activities, to give them a quick 1 week look at what's going on, and also almost a near real-time look at what's going on. And they will also be able to have that information text to their phone also. So I hope this gives a quick and down and dirty quick overview of the ToReCall system. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to give us a call. And I do appreciate your time. Thank you.